How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another virtual description. Today we are going to talk about my really cool 1970 Ford Torino two-door sports roof with 99,000 original miles. This is a vehicle I actually took in on trade with another Ford pickup from a customer up in Oklahoma, a few hours away from me. He owned the vehicle for a number of years and was just actually looking for something a little bit later model. So he traded this Torino along with a really cool F100 in towards a later model Lightning that I had. So that's how I acquired this Torino. And if you actually do a little bit of backstory searching on this particular car, it's actually got a pretty cool story. Apparently, it was owned by one of the NASA employees who was a team member on the Apollo 17 mission, which is really cool. Again, I don't know who that person is, but if you search a little bit of information about this car, it pops up online. So you do get some cool backstory that this car was owned by a NASA employee back in the day. So just a cool little piece of backstory on it. The driveline that's in it, again, this car is an extreme survivor. It is the numbers matching M code 351 Cleveland, and it runs excellent. I don't believe anything has ever even been out of the engine bay. I don't believe anything's ever been done to the motor. All signs point to it being a 99,000 original mile car. The motor is strong. It is backed by the FMX 3-speed automatic transmission, which shifts up through the gears and down through the gears very well. You do retain the original manual steering, and then this one is equipped with power front disc brakes. Both of those items perform awesome. Take a look at my test drive video. You'll see how well this car drives. Even though it is manual steering, it's still an easy car to drive, and those front disc brakes work awesome. One of the coolest things, at least for me, is it still retains the original OE Ford manifolds, has the factory dual exhaust with the original H-pipe, and then it has the original date code part numbered, not date code, the original part numbered Ford mufflers with the full tailpipes. And then you do have your original Ford 9-inch rear, and this one is optioned with the 325 conventional rear gear, so it's a lot of fun to drive. Again, if y'all watch my videos, you know I love Torinos. It's what I drive regularly, as you can see by the painting behind me. That's one of my cars. I love Torinos. This is a super cool original survivor car that I'm just really passionate about and just a lot of fun to drive. On my Does It Work section, couple small little disclaimers. The wipers work. The washer fluid sprayers are not doing anything. I did not diagnose the issue, but again, sprayer fluids don't work. And then the blower motor and the mode operations work, but the temperature cable is kind of frozen up, so you can't select the temperature for the heat. Probably a really easy fix for someone to just kind of take that apart and clean it or repair that cable. But again, you can't change the heat settings, but the blower motor does actually function. So real two small items there that need to be addressed if you have to have them. On my normal inspection, I noted a minor little drip from the back of the motor, probably the rear main seal, not warranted enough to go replace it. Funny story for y'all, on that car, I just spent a bunch of money replacing a rear main drip on the 351 Cleveland that's in my car. It's a stroked Cleveland. And it had a little bit of a drip from the rear main. Went and spent a bunch of money changing or replacing the rear main, and it's now leaking worse. So to me, if you have to have every little drip fixed, it's kind of a bugaboo on these old cars. You can go chase leaks. They can get worse. They can get better. This one, again, yes, it's got a little bit of a drip from the back of the motor, but to me, it doesn't warrant doing anything. You start driving this car consistently, it might seal itself back up a little bit. But again, not bad enough that it has to be done. Other items on my normal inspection, we check the suspension and the steering components. Again, steering checks out good. Suspension is all stock style equipment. All of the wear items are within spec and everything's good to go, and you can hop in and drive this car anywhere you want. On the exterior, probably the coolest thing about the car is it's wearing most of its original paint. I'd say it's 80%, if not a little bit more, original paint. It's had some spot-in work done on the driver's side fender, and then I also believe the passenger doors probably had a little bit of work, but the rest of the car is definitely original paint. It's thin in some areas. It's got some checking. It's got some little splits here and there, but it's a super, super solid car. For being a survivor, it's really cool. It does have some road chips down low. Again, some little touch-ups. The bumpers are probably original and have some age to them. Again, take a look at my additional informations tab on the website. It really outlines all of the imperfections. Obviously, there'll be a bunch of photos of this car, being that it is a survivor. It is original paint from 1970. So you're going on a number of years there. So for original paint, you're going to get some stuff, but it's really cool that it hasn't had a ton of work done to it. The doors, the trunk, under the jams, underside of the hood, again, all going to be original paint. This one does have the 14-inch magnums. This was originally a, I believe it was a, actually, you know what? I can tell y'all here real quick. I got the Marty report right in front of me. I believe it was a, yeah, they were originally a steel wheel car with the 14-inch belted white sidewall tires. I think the 14-inch Magnums look better with the white letter tires. They're a good date code. They are a 2023 on the date code, I believe. Let me verify. Yeah, 2023 date code on the 225 70-inch Magnum, Magnum 500s with the Cooper Cobra tires. All that looks great. I think it gives it a good aggressive stance. I love a two-door sports roof on these Torinos. Again, cool looking car on the cosmetics for being original. Yes, wheels have been changed. On the interior, it is a Code 71 black split bench interior. Again, mostly original interior. Carpet maybe was done at one point, but new mats. Seat covers are great. Headliners look good. You do have a few little wear items from being original, but the dash is nice. Door panels, interior panels, again, all represents really well as a very, very nice Survivor. This is optioned with the original Philco AM stereo in the dash, and then up under the dash, you have the AM/FM tuning device and an aftermarket 8-track up under the dash. Unfortunately, I don't have any 8-tracks to put in there, so I don't know if that works. But the original AM radio does kick on, and it does work. So my guess is that stuff's probably going to be good to go. But you'll have to test your own 8-track because I just don't know. On your engine bay, again, M code 351 Cleveland, numbers matching motor, still retains the original 4-barrel Autolite carburetor. I checked the casting number again with the date code on the motor, and it does have the VIN on it. So, yes, it is 100% the original motor to the car. The engine bay is extremely original, very clean. You're going to have some little aging spots from being original in the whole engine bay. The underside of the hood, again, is original paint, so you do have a little bit of wear there. But overall, the engine bay is very nice for a Survivor. Underneath, super, super solid and nice. Floors are original. Frame rails are great. You do have some little surface corrosion spots on the parts that are not painted. But again, really nitpicky stuff. And you do have the original Ford exhaust from the manifolds all the way back with the Ford original mufflers, which is super cool. Car sounds good going down the road. And again, really nice on the bottom, nothing to complain about. Overall, if you guys watch my videos, you know I'm a Ford fanatic. You know I love Torino, so I'm probably even more excited during this video than I should be. But it's not very often that I get a super, super original Survivor coming through my doors like this. It's an extremely nice car front to back. One of the best driving Torinos of any year that I've ever owned. If this car was black, I would have a hard time selling it. It's just an awesome car. It drives great. I love everything about it. I would probably cut a hole in the hood and put a shaker on it, but that's just me. I know some people would cringe when I say that, but the shaker hood, I'd add some louvers on it and just have a little bit of a pseudo Survivor, kind of a custom car. That's just me. Y'all can do with it what you want. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my virtual descriptions. Make sure you check out the test drive video along with the additional informations tab on my website, PCClassicCars.com. I'll catch you guys on the next virtual description and have a great rest of your day and a nice weekend.